Previously on Survivor Michigan.
Probably should have played my actual idol.
After Kevin was blindsided, Bailey tried desperately to remain in the game.
I did not think he had the idol. He didn't tell me he did. I mean, I trusted him, so.
Sensing that the merge was imminent, players on both sides began to consider their next moves.
Really, it kind of does make most sense for both of us.
Despite her best efforts, Bailey was eliminated by the members of Old Ohana. And after slowly sketching out almost every remaining player in the game, Mom was kicked to the curb as well, bringing an end to the leaders and heralding a new phase of the game. 11 remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
It is one thing to watch Survivor and say you're gonna do all these blindsides about people you care about, and even on this season, talk about, yeah, we can get her out, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. And then it's another thing actually having to vote out somebody you really care about and like as a person.
Manipulating them to vote out Sarah was a turning point in the game. For me.
I hope Sarah can understand that me and Reid just kind of had to do what was best to keep ourselves in the game. There's no way we're going to be able to get them to vote for Chidi.
Sarah X was to meet with me, and I think also...
So, we don't need to say Sarah X anymore. It's sad. We were going to say Sarah.
That's so true. Yikes magazine. Oh my gosh. I feel awful.
There was no way I was going to use my idol to save her. I'm sorry. It would have been a noble thing to do, but it was not going to happen. I guess maybe I'm just not that nice of a person, but...
Honestly, that vote was the hardest vote.
Definitely.
But I was thinking about it, I was what if that was a game-changing moment for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah X is truly my closest ally. She's been very open with all the information going on, and I've done the same with her, and it just makes the game a lot easier when you have someone, when you have more information. It's less question marks, and you can feel pretty confident.
We're anticipating a merge, so we kind of wanted to strategize for that.
My bond with Nick and Mike hasn't really changed much, so it's probably been the most solid alliance. I can't speak for everyone else, but that might be the most solid alliance in the game right now. But the people that we might be trying to get out next are definitely people who bring idols into the game, who bring unpredictability and instability into the game, and are emotional players, are crafty players, and so we're going to have to really be careful with our strategy going forward.
Alright, so your girl is out here on spring break and I'm in Florida right now. You see the palm trees? Alright, I'm out here in the jungle to talk about the past 2 tribal councils. We got rid of Kevin, which was unbelievable. He had the idol in his pocket when he went home, which is always awkward.
I'm out here in the jungles of Cozumel, Mexico, on spring break, and I've made it the last 5 days or 6 days, however long it's been. It's kind of decompressed after that Sarah Avery vote. It was definitely hard to vote off somebody I was actually friends with for the first time, rather than people I'd talked to 2 or 3 times only.
And then we got rid of Bailey, which was it just had to happen. So we're really hoping that we're going into merge, and I can't wait to get started playing because I've barely started.
But the more I've just kind of been thinking about it and relaxing on it through this kind of week that I've been cruising through the Caribbean, it's although she was a good friend, I don't think she was a very good ally. To quote the great Josh Martinez, the Big Brother 19, on a personal level, I have so much respect for her. But just on a game level, I have no respect for her. She's a meatball.
I'm wearing the blue buff, but in reality, I'm Team Ohana all the way.
Survivor Michigan! Ohana tribe!
So,
we just got back from spring break, and it was a really good, I think, opportunity to reflect and just be out of the game for a little while. Because we've been in this game for a long time, and it's just crazy how much it wears on you.
Survivor's not just about all the strategy and the scheming and like trying to get to the top. It's also a lot about like the personal development that you get from having to make these decisions and from meeting all these people. So like, I'm just gonna be real right now, like basically like the second week of Survivor, I had like a 1.5 year relationship that ended, okay? And I was super blindsided by that, which is why I refuse to be blindsided in Survivor, first of all. But like, I've been super emotionally like down this whole semester, and it's been really hard for me. And Survivor has always been there to like kind of lift my mood up and make me realize that there are good people in my life.
Sarah Z, she texted Jack and I the other day, basically saying how it's been a pretty tough semester for her.
I kind of had like a turning point. I was like, Jack and I had just searched for the idol, and we were like walking home, and it was like kind of dark, and he was like, do you want me to walk you home? Like, I get nervous for you sometimes because you have to walk so far and like it's so dark. And I was like, I was so like shook by that.
I don't know, she was saying how having me and Jack as guy friends who, you know, just cared about her as a person and were willing to like listen to her, just really, really meant a lot to her.
I'm just like so grateful that I've met people at Survivor, and like that was a turning point for me, and I feel like a huge weight has been like lifted from me, and I feel free.
After she said that, I also kind of opened up to the two of them about how this semester has been hard for me too. I mean, I've never really experienced anything like it before, but I've been dealing with depression for, you know, most of the semester, and it's another thing where you just feel like no one else can really understand it, you know. I guess I could relate to how Sarah might have felt alone too. So it, I don't know, it's just really good, felt really good to have people like Jack and Sarah that are just there to listen, you know.
Even if I don't win Survivor, I'm grateful for these epiphanies and for these relationships that I've built that will hopefully last a lifetime. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that Survivor is not just about all the scheming. There are a lot of like moments where you discover things about life and about yourself, and it's just like, I don't know, it's very powerful.
I'm back. Super fucking excited. I made Final 11, bitches. I'm pretty sure this is merge. I'm praying it is the merge.
I think Sarah is. She's gone. Where did she cross? Rip? She said she had one of her confessionals.
Yeah, she did. Like right after this.
How intense did you guys get in your confessionals?
She cried once when we talked.
About like what? Like because she was like, she started crying.
There's nothing in my mind that thinks it's not the merge. I'm at the merge. In my head, I'm at the merge. I'll be pissed if I'm not. I will fight some bitches if I'm not. But I'm so excited.
She just scared her.
She had a lot invested in the wrong person. That's all I'm saying.
Straight.
Anybody want to have a guess on what's happening today? Any consensus?
I think we're merging, Cooper.
Merge? Is that what people want?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, drop your butt.
My sweater's purple.
Yeah. No, I just can't see, apparently. I have like
Thank God, I fucking made it to the merge.
I'm proud of our Ohana 6, proud of my 3. It'll be a fun ride.
Alright, individual immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, we're going to have you stacking cups. So you each have 15 cups. There'll be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First person to finish stacking the cups is going to win the challenge. The only catch is you'll all be sitting in chairs and using your feet.
Ooh.
Alright, individual immunity is on the line. Survivors ready? Go! Everybody trying to figure out how to first get their cups off the stack. Abby already got 5 off. Off to a good start. Sam and Sarah and Nick, Evie, Mike all got 5 in a row already. Abby over there working on her 3rd row. Maggie almost done with her 3rd row. Sam using those long legs. Sam has a couple cups to fall. Mallory working on her sideways and has done 1 cup left to plate. Mallory also working. Maggie's cups go all the way down. She's at the start, almost over. Mike working on his last cup, trying to get. Bree wins individual immunity.
You know what? I'm gonna finish this now.
All right, Bree, congratulations. Alright.
Bree just like barely beat me in immunity. I was like, bruh, I wanted to win that.
Bree, congratulations on winning individual immunity. You're safe this week. For the rest of you, one of you will become the first member of the jury. And as this is merge, we have a nice little merge feast for you. We got some pizza, we got some pop, we'll get some chairs set up around here, and we'll have a nice little feast. Yeah. So, let's get to that.
Reid, go first, you won.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you
and while you're here, come up with a tribe name.
Come up with a tribe name.
You guys can get.
It was nice to kind of have casual conversation with people. I mean, when you have everyone in a circle talking, like it'd be foolish to try and talk game. But I know like I've been trying to establish a relationship with Sam, so I spent a lot of time just talking to him, and I think that's kind of where all this starts. You know, you don't just jump into a game situation. So I had a nice little talk with him, just joking around a little bit with Jack.
And as the merge feast was happening, I like wasn't even thinking, oh, idol clue. And then I like was next to Nick, and he was like searching for. He said he's like searching for an idol clue, and I'm like, that makes sense. There's always one at the merge feast. Like, let me try and find it.
I wasn't even thinking about an idol.
I don't even know how I saw it, but Chidi like grabbed her plate. It must have felt funny. I don't even know if I can't tell if she noticed. Like, she's my favorite. I was just wondering Chidi had an idol clue taped to the bottom of her plate. And I saw it immediately, whispered to Sarah X, we need to get that plate.
She was like, there's a clue under Chidi's plate. And I don't know why she wouldn't just like take it for herself.
And then Maggie says to me like, Chidi has the clue. And I thought she was like joking because she said it out loud right next to Chidi. But apparently she wasn't. That's just like, you know, classic Maggie making things interesting, and classic Chidi not taking the hint and noticing that she has the clue.
So because she knew, we both kind of like swooped over to Chidi like a hawk, and we were trying to like get pictures. I don't know if she thought something was up.
I just was not thinking about it until Nick mentioned it to me like very quietly, and I was like, oh, like it makes sense for one to be here. And so at one point, like I had seen Sarah tie her shoes, and like, oh, it could be under the table. So I like at one point pretended to drop my napkin, but I didn't see anything.
There's that sneaky move on your phone where you can take pictures. So we had our phone down, and we all like, we got these pictures of her with the clue.
And I was trying to obviously be discreet, like have conversations, but I'm just like, other people may have found this, and I have suspicions that maybe Maggie, maybe Sarah found one, but I really just don't know.
But yeah, I don't think she had any idea, and then I offered to throw her plate away because the picture thing was not working, and I just like snatched it and put it in my pocket. So I got lucky. I was wearing like a hoodie with a pocket, but yeah.
And then I have this sinking feeling that if it wasn't any of those and someone did get it, it may have been in that last pizza box, which Maggie did pick up.
This is what I don't get, is she threw her plate away.
Honestly, there were some more slices there, and so I really don't know, but if she has it, I feel, and I build a like relationship with her, hopefully that she'll tell me if she found something, but.
Like, so either she doesn't care that she had the piece of paper on it, or she just didn't notice. And either way, it's just like, what? So, I don't know.
Mazul on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now we're Mazul or something like that. I was fine with just going with purple, but Mazul works too.
But what's interesting is that Sarah X doesn't know that Jack has the idol. So she still thinks it's somewhere else.
And so I like took her plate and then I like snatched it. But Maggie knows I haven't, so I have to send it to her and Sam and Jack. Because Maggie's like, we have to send it to Sam and Jack, so.
Are you alive?
Yeah. I need to find it. I gotta go now.
Yeah.
It's just like we're set up right now, us and Sarah, as the top 4.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh yeah.
4.
Yes.
Easy.
That's it. Like,
I know.
It's insane. Like, we're just so lucky that we got put on the same team. Now we have massive.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like,
because we have a majority 6 within 11.
We're strong too, though.
Boom, boom.
That's
boom,
the
boom,
other
boom.
thing.
Basically, Maggie and I are kind of thinking we need to use our numbers, like, to take out some of the bigger threats first, like Mike or Mallory or something like that, someone who's a challenge threat who will be able to win in the future. Not saying Chidi is not a challenge threat, she's just like, come on.
Like, ideally it's Cupcake in the Final Four. Abby seems to think that the four of us are closer than the four of us with Jack.
And like, Maggie says something like, oh, it's so nice that like all of Ohana has exactly the same plan.
Everyone on Ohana has the same goal, is to just get all of Ohana to be the last 6.
I was like, LOL, yeah, right.
I think Ohana 6, Final 6 would be just, like, amazing. I would definitely rather go home against them than against Chidi or Lucy. Like, come on.
Come on. Literally, it's a guaranteed Final 6 if we're on the same page. Like, I don't know, it just seems like too obvious to like not do, so I'm hoping everyone else is on the same page with that.
And we all 4 have such a similar story.
And Abby's like, yeah, seriously, we don't even have to like really strategize or worry at all until Final 6. Like, this is gonna be the most stress-free Survivor period like ever. And I was like, haha. What are you guys thinking for the first vote?
I want to get rid of
I want to get rid of Mike right now.
Yeah.
Not Chidi. Let's keep Chidi. Keep Chidi.
Oh yeah, because that's just like, yeah. I'm like conflicted because like I want to get rid of threats, but I also like feel, it just like irks me when like
I know,
Chidi and Lucy make it so far.
I know.
And like
I know,
everyone
but
else.
that's
like,
how it works though.
Like, I don't understand why people wouldn't want to like go for the threats right away when we have the ability to.
She's not aligned with anyone, like we can get her out anytime we want.
So you say that we should then talk with like Sarah Bree and Jack.
I think people are more comfortable with Chidi because no one will play an idol for Chidi is everyone's thought right now. And clearly she's not gonna play an idol for herself because she didn't have the clue or try, and she can't get the idol from the clue she had.
They want to just vote out Chidi, which is like, I'm not gonna fight them like a whole bunch if they're trying to vote out Chidi, like whatever, it's not me, so.
Like right now we have the opportunity to get rid of people who have the potential to win challenges, and I just haven't seen Chidi perform. And so I just don't get why we're not going for Mike.
My ass doesn't work out. So I'm surprised I won. Sam was saying how his core was hurting. I was like, dude, my core wasn't hurting. My legs started quivering a little bit at the beginning.
Oh, Bree, I think Bree's nice. I actually just was able to talk to her for like the first time.
It was weird how we like kind of clicked today. I mean, she lives on North Campus. I live on North Campus, I think, because we're both freshmen.
And she's really nice. I like her a lot.
And I kind of like her. I feel like we could keep her around a little longer. So Jack and I were joking about, like, now I have to go on an Aussie immunity run. I wish. I love Aussie. As we know.
But, like, being perceived as a threat will, like, be hard to get out of.
I don't think that you'd be seen as a threat.
I know, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It seems like there's much more threatening Ohana's than you.
Because the thing is like, we still have 6 and 5, and I fully trust Maggie, and I trust Abby enough because she voted Kevin out, who was going to work with her, which low-key probably wasn't the smart. Actually, wasn't the smartest move for her because she doesn't know that she's on the bottom. I feel like does she know she's on the bottom? Like,
I haven't like considered long term like what flipping with Kevin and Bailey and Lucy would do for my game, but to be honest, I just like don't like them. And I don't want to work with them because I don't like them, and maybe it'll bite me in the ass, but like
I feel like she would
Abby's
have
the
to.
Ohana that I'm like most worried about, like, to be honest.
I know. We can't have a flip.
It's those 5, and then I just think Jack and Bree are huge threats to win.
Really?
They know so much about Survivor.
And Abby brought up to them how she kind of sees me as a threat, which I think Maggie said she played down. It's definitely like worrying. Like, I mean, I guess I should kind of expect this by now, that people see me as a threat, but have somebody actually vocalize that, especially somebody who I'm not really aligned with, is definitely concerning. And that's going to be a big reason why I think I'm going to try to push for Abby to be the next one out.
So basically we have a guaranteed final 6 if we stick Ohana, which is like so obvious. Like,
Yeah, I honestly think Abby would be the first person I'd want to go off of Ohana, because I do see her as a threat.
the kind of, I mean, I guess I'm just like,
because people really like her, I think.
Like, what is the reason?
Maybe not. I don't know.
What is the reason
I like her
that you wouldn't just stick with the Ohana 6 until final 6? Because it's so obvious. So.
I think Chidi's always been in a dangerous position, just because it doesn't seem like she puts in as much effort as everyone else does. So I don't know. She's always like scraped by. Somehow she hasn't been voted out yet, but I think this is the week.
She, I guess, just hasn't integrated herself into a group as much, and she's paying for that now, which is. Well, she might be paying for that now, which is kind of unfortunate.
I'm a little nervous though, because I feel like the red team could be, like old Ohana, could be like.
When I was talking to Mike, I was originally like, okay, we need to try and get out a threat that's on the old Ohana tribe. So I mentioned Sam or Abby. Because Sam is very, very good in challenges, and so is Abby. But I feel like Sam more so, and I also feel like he's very close with everybody, so getting rid of him could kind of maybe break that up a little bit.
I have, going into the merge, I have me, Chidi. I don't know why I named Chidi first, because she is definitely not first on my list. She's on the bottom of my, well, not really on the bottom actually, but she is not anywhere near the top of my trust list. But she's a GOAT, kind of, and so I'm going to keep her as close as I can. So Chidi, Mike, Mallory, and then Lucy. So that's 5. All old Cerulean, and honestly, I trust every single one of them, which is weird. I don't want to do this tribe versus tribe thing. We're down at numbers. If we do tribe versus tribe, I'm fucked. There's no way. I'll probably be the first one gone if we do tribe versus tribe. So no, thank you.
But I don't really think Ohana are very trustworthy and loyal to each other. I think we're gonna try talking to like Sarah and Sam and Jack. We like them. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. I'm really nervous. Like today, I feel like if not everyone's Chidi, it'll be interesting to see who they decided to vote out and if it was like an Ohana person.
And I'm trying to kind of bring Lucy back into things. I'm really glad that she survived the split between our tribes, and I'm really glad that she's going to be back with some friendly faces, because that was kind of hostile for a while on New Cerulean.
I feel like I trust Mallory the most just because she's so nice, and I feel like she like literally doesn't have a mean bone in her body to like betray someone, so I'm really trusting her. I feel like that's, in the end, I feel like it's gonna hurt her, but right now it's just really good because I know whatever she tells me is going to be the truth.
I definitely think Mike and Mallory have questioned me. I've done a lot of weird shit. I've talked to Bri. I've tried to get Bri on our side. I've talked to Chidi. I've talked to Jack. I've talked to Sarah.
He just talks to like everyone, so I feel like you don't know like what he's saying exactly to everyone, or like if he's saying like I'm not gonna tell this person and that he is.
I've talked to Mallory, I've talked to Mike, I've talked to everyone. I had connections with Bailey despite the fact that they definitely wanted Bailey out, so I definitely think they've questioned.
I just feel like he's someone to just watch out for towards the end. You know, he might be scheming a little bit. Almost, especially if he has the idol. I feel like he can play it at some time and kind of like mess things up.
You thought I had the idol. I had a conversation with Maggie who thought I had the idol. Bailey thought I had the idol. Bailey trusted me. She still thought I had the idol and just wasn't telling her.
I'd really just like to know who has it. That'd make my game a lot easier.
Bri even like reiterated that like everyone thinks I have the idol.
just kind of get the vibes he had found it.
I don't have the idol. Someone else has it, is pinning it on me, and if someone else has it, that means they're certain that I don't, and it just makes it easier for them to target me with it. They're like, oh, I think he has the idol. Yeah, well, I do. And then they're certain of it, and so they're not as scared to split up the vote.
They don't, like, I don't know how much they like
Why do they hate Nick so much?
Well, like, I don't know if they hate them, but they just don't know him very well, and they've, like, been hearing that he's, like, a talker, and, like, you know.
He is a talker.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's an element of Chidi's not a talker, and Nick will report back what he hears.
So I kind of have to debunk that in some way or another. And I don't know which way I'm going to debunk it just yet, but I got to do something, I don't know. I might have to do something crazy.
You guys were a little bit put off by Nick.
Yeah, I think he just seems like, I don't know. I mean, I personally like him, but just
Nick and I were like initially really close, and I think over the game a little bit, we've grown a little bit apart. But I definitely think he's a close ally, and we could trust him.
Mike and Mallory, I feel like I can trust with my entire life. They're probably I legitimately don't think they're terrible enough people that they're trying to scheme behind my back. I know I'm the shadiest one of our group. They know I'm the shadiest one of my group. But I do have trust in them. I don't necessarily think that it's straight up lie to me. That's naive. I know I'm being really naive. But I trust them. I trust them a lot.
The two people I trust the most at this point are Nick and Mike. I feel like they've been honest with me about every single vote from the start. Definitely Nick, because from the beginning, after I was late to the very first challenge, he let me know that. He let me know, okay, you should try and work with other, talk to other people and really communicate. So,
Sheedy doesn't talk to anyone, which is perfect.
Because of that, I don't know, I immediately felt comfortable with him from that point.
She just makes it so easy for me to trust her because she literally has no other options. She could go out of her way to go talk to someone, yeah, sure. But will she? No, she's lazy. She ain't about to do that. She's just gonna stick with me. She thinks 5 cerulean? Oh, that's fine. As long as she's not going home, she'll believe what I'm saying.
Where's the marker? Did we lose the marker?
Oh no!
What?
Didn't the thing fall?
Oh, marker.
Okay, well,
Did I put the coat back in maybe? I'm gonna be dumb. I'm so dumb.
they're gonna update. We need to find the marker first.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it may have fell. Alright.
Hold down the fort.
I'll hold down the fort. We'll see what happens. These chumps, though, they're about to be bested by me. Oh, yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be something. Just a matter of time before both of them are gone. Me, number one. Them. Nope.
Don't repeat this.
Okay.
But I kind of might want to go with just maybe you and Mallory to the end. I feel like Sam is a really big.
Yeah.
At that point, he might be seen as a big threat.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Matter of time before I start telling people about Jack's 2 whales. I think I might tell Abby soon.
Okay, so one option was me, Jack, and Sam. The other option was me, Jack, and either Mallory or Lucy.
You know, because you guys are out to see the rest of the season determined on here.
The way Jack's thinking is he wants someone deserving to win rather than him win. Whereas I feel like if I went to the end, I would take Mallory.
Or at least, what Jack and Sarah think. Because who knows, right?
This is getting maybe too evil, but I know that Sam, for instance, is like very, like, I'm not like maybe not very religious, but you know he's a conservative. Unlike me, I'm very liberal, but we definitely steer away from those conversations. And I think he's somebody who puts more value and trust, especially if somebody like long term with me, where I don't think that I can see Sam turning on me. Well, I mean, obviously it's possible. I think it'd be a lot harder for Sam to turn on me.
And a lot of the skills that I've learned through small group leading, empathy and just getting along with lots of different people with different backgrounds, can really be used to manipulate people in Survivor. And it feels weird morally, but I think it's helped me so far.
I have something to get off my chest. Sarah, Sam, we're the final three, right?
What?
We're the final three, right? We're final three. Yep.
What are you about to say? Do you have the idol?
So when you and you were looking at the clock tower, you left about 20 minutes after that.
You found it? Oh my gosh, Jack! So Jack told both Sam and I, he was like, we're final three, right? And so then he told us about the idol. And then later on he was like, I feel like I should have just told you. Cause I don't know. Cause we both think he has something going on with Abby, but I do think that he's more loyal to us anyways, so.
Yeah, so, and then I told Sarah X, or the only Sarah left in the game, about it this week. Cause I was kind of like talking with Sam.
This idol stuff is getting confusing.
Like, hey, like, I think, like, we need to really start thinking of, like, long-term.
Okay, so I know that Jack has 2 idols, right? Sarah knows that Jack has 1 idol. Maggie knows about 1 idol.
They all know that I have the idol after this week, but not all of them know that each other know that I have. So.
But Maggie thinks she's the only one that knows.
Sam knows the existence of both idols.
Sarah thinks that only me and her know.
All of them know that I have the idol, but not all of them know that
me and Jack know
the other people know
that neither of them know about the first one and both of them know about the second.
That I have the idol.
Anyone who's smart who has an idol wouldn't tell even their closest ally, so.
Jack, we think the idol clue that I found is literally the one that Jack found, so.
Yeah, that I just.
We're gonna, look, this is the bell tower, that's Hill Auditorium.
Yeah, I was like looking through all this screen because it's like that other clue that like it's under the green.
Yeah.
Sarah X, Jack, Sam, Mallory, and Nick, which I'm hoping will be kind of a core 6 for me to kind of take us through some of the earlier votes, but at the same time, I know that they all still talk, and I know from screenshots shared with me with Sarah X, or from Sarah X, that I know they've been throwing my name around.
I personally trust Ohana more than I trust Mike and Nick. Yeah.
Same.
100%.
Same.
I think that like as soon as like we have a good majority over them and Mike doesn't win immunity, he needs to be the first one out. Yeah. Like that's just a big immunity threat and just like a social threat.
Yeah.
I think that you've all seen that we've been kind of starting to form this group of 6.
And it's definitely 100% contingent on Jack and Sam helping out. Whether or not they do that, I don't know. I really hope they do.
Wait, so what is our plan? Are we sticking with Ohana for sure, or are we doing the Mike thing? I'm confused.
So I'm feeling pretty good about the 3 of us and feeling relatively okay about having the 3 old Ohanas coming into our alliance. I finally met with Jack and we had a great talk.
Because everyone will still think that like, oh yeah, our alliance is the main alliance.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have a route to the end that I plan with Jack, and then, well, Jack and Sam, but specifically Jack I would say I'm closer to, and then another route I have to the final 2 with Mike, but they kind of oppose each other in their plans starting from final 8 pretty much.
There's the Ohana plan, there's I think it's now called the Normies Alliance for whatever reason. There's that plan, that's the 6, with Cerulean and an Ohana one.
We're kind of trying to establish this 6, and we kind of came up with some sort of a compromise in some ways where to establish the trust of that group of 6, we'll vote Chidi this week, even though I don't really want to, but at some point you just got to just say, you know, fine, Chidi, let's make it easy. You don't want to be always going against the stream.
And so honestly, I'm kind of overwhelmed. It's not even just them, like Maggie thinks she's in a 4 with me, Jack, and Sam.
There's the normies, there's the me, Jack, and Sarah plan, the whiteboard plan, and then there's my personal plan.
And then all the Ohanas think we're all together. I think there's just like a lot of alliances going on. I think I honestly have too many right now.
That game plan is secret, only I know it. But it involves lots of betrayal, lots of blindsides.
My plan going forward is to find like some form of a crack, somebody on the other side who definitely wants to work with me.
It would suck to go home, but I feel like, you know, I've made some power moves.
And after this vote, depending on if I'm here or not, that could be Maggie because I do feel she's smart.
I even befriended Bailey after that whole thing went down. Like, you know, like if I go home, yeah, it'll suck, but I've done enough to feel good.
Planning something, I don't know, I'm just paranoid that they're just planning something and I'm gonna get voted out without knowing.
I haven't really talked to Sam and Sarah X much, but I mean, according to Jack, they're totally on board. And
the 6-person alliance being me, him, Mallory, Sarah X, Sam, and Jack.
I really think tonight is a big vote for my game. If the vote goes to plan, and it goes to plan next week, I think I'm in a great spot. But if not, then I wouldn't be surprised if my torch gets snuffed. So.
Oh, really, as long as whoever we choose doesn't play idle, we're safe in every single vote.
We are all on the same page as far as how the vote is going to go today.
Kind of just ramble on and like take people out, like knock some bitches out.
It feels good to win. It feels good to be safe at Tribal. What a great feeling.
Tonight will be an easy vote.
It's like a flashing light, like get rid of Mike.
I'll pack lightly tonight so I don't have an awkward situation leaving, but it'll be fine, I think.
It's so obvious that we need to do Ohana Final 6. Like, it's right there. It's in the palm of our hands.
Alright, Ms. Sewell, welcome to your first tribal council after the merge. We'll get right to it. Bree, obviously you won the challenge. How's that feel knowing you're safe this week?
Really great because of the quick turnaround. I know I got some votes last time, so it's nice to know that I'm safe for this vote.
Mallory, obviously you were one of the couple people that was right there, almost won the challenge. Does that make you nervous not having immunity this week?
Yes. The not having immunity means there's a chance of going home, so there's some antsiness for sure.
Who else would say that they're kind of antsy or nervous for this tribal? Alright, so a good amount of people. Anybody want to talk about the fact that there's 6 Old Ohana, 5 New Cerulean, and how that's coming into play?
Can we say it's not coming into play? Just leave it at that.
You can?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Anyone from Cerulean worried though that there are more Old Ohana than Old Cerulean?
I think that was more of an issue when we switched teams. I feel like now in the merge, everyone's kind of more like thinking about themselves individually. At least.
So Maggie, Lucy mentions playing individually. Do you see more people kind of playing their own games now that we've merged? Or is it still kind of the old alliances that have been sticking?
Yeah, I think I'm in a kind of interesting spot. So if I feel like I'm in an interesting spot, I'm sure there's other people who feel that way. I'll be curious to see this vote because I think it'll be telling about who's voting with who.
I think that like with this vote though, however people vote, it'll set like a precedent going forward. So you'll see who you can work with, you'll see who you could have built a relationship with over the last few days, and if that could grow into something.
So Sarah, any talk about idols coming into play at this tribal at all?
I mean, yeah, there's always talk about idols. We're not really sure how many are out there or really who has them, so that's always a concern.
Mallory, do you see people more playing for the long game at this point, or is it still kind of survival week to week?
I mean, I think being in tribal brings about a certain amount of desperation in the moment, but I mean, I think that ultimately to play this game well, you always have to play with the long term in mind. And if the goal is to win, then that always has to be the eye on the prize, so to speak. But I mean, but it's because we all have lives outside of this game, and then the game surges into your life again, so it can feel kind of swirly from week to week. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, or if it's just a constant state of paranoia, but I'm trying to figure out. There is no life.
I've had too many dreams with like you people in them.
Yeah, I agree.
Then it is time to vote. Reid, go first.
I don't have much to say. Hopefully you don't have the idol. So yeah.
I'm voting for you, Abby, because I haven't gotten to know you that well, and I really think someone from Old Ohana needs to go home this week.
I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. Cheating. Abby. Cheating. Cheating. 3 votes Cheating, 1 vote Abby. Cheating. Cheating. 5 votes Cheating, 1 vote Abby. Eighth person voted out of Survivor, Michigan, Leaders and Best. Cheating. That's 6, that's enough. Under Mirror Torch. Cheating. Tribe has spoken. I'm for you to go. Alright, you guys unanimously decided on your first vote after the merge. We'll see if that trend continues. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night. Next week on Survivor Michigan. Cracks begin to form within the 6.
I can imagine you guys are concerned about Nick. He talks to everyone.
And a new duo makes their play.
Mallory, Mike, Nick, and
Okay, we're gonna vote Abby.
we're gonna vote Abby.
Kind of annoyed because I thought I had a good alliance, but clearly I didn't. And so I felt a little weird this week, and I felt like people were being a lot more silent with me than usual, so I should have expected it, but...
I'm sorry about that, but Cheaty.
It's fine, so it's done.
Even a good shepherd can't save all the sheep.